Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make a comfort food recipe called Idiyappam Goreng, or in other words, Puttu Mayam Goreng. I've eaten this since I was a child. It's very easy to cook. Alright, it could be, you can whip this up very quickly for last minute breakfast ideas or last minute dinner or supper as well. Alright, children would love this because it's not very spicy and it's very delicious at the same time as well. So I'll show you the ingredients needed. So the main ingredient would be Puttu Mayam. Alright, now they sell this in Indian shops. You can get this very easily. This is 10 pieces of Puttu Mayam. Alright, but I'm going to only use half of it basically. Alright, then the next ingredient would be potato. Now I've cut one huge potato like this into small slices. Alright, and then I've cut up one huge onion as well. Cut it finely because we do not want any huge pieces in this. Alright, so cut it up quite finely. And then I've actually took out 3 small eggs. Alright, if you have huge big eggs, you just use 2 of it, but these are small ones, so I've used 3 of it. And then you will need plantain. Now if you do not use plantain, you can get any sort of butter or margarine as well. It will also work, but I prefer plantain because it gives the unique flavor of this recipe. And then you'll need a bit of turmeric powder, chili powder, and this is another this is actually pepper grinded with cumin seeds. Alright, so if you do not have this blended together, just add a bit of cumin powder and pepper along with it. Alright, this is called in Tamil Melaga Siragam. Okay, and lastly you will need sweet sauce, kicap manis. Alright, any brand will do as well. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to marinate the potato with a teaspoon of chili powder. Actually, you can make it 1.5 teaspoon. Okay, and followed by half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and the required amount of salt. Okay, and then give this a good mix. So after this is mixed well, we are going to pour some oil in the wok and start to fry this. Okay, so I've added around 3 tablespoons of canola oil into the pan. So I'm just letting it to heat up. Once the oil is heated up, we can go ahead to throw in the potatoes. Okay, so I've added the potatoes into the pan already. Now let this cook until it's actually soft. Alright, and then after this we'll be adding in the onions. Okay, now while the onions are actually cooking, we can prepare the egg. Alright, so now into the egg, add the pepper powder, which I mentioned to you earlier on, followed by a little bit of salt. Okay, I added the salt already. Now give it a good mix. So once this is done, just keep it aside. Okay, now that the potatoes are 80% cooked, I'm going to go ahead to throw in the onions. Okay, and as you can see, the onions already add in. At the same time, I'm going to add in the plantain, which is the margarine. So as I mentioned earlier, you can use any kind of butter or margarine for this dish. And then give it a good mix. Okay, so let the onions and the potato cook until the onions has actually turned slight brown. Alright, and then after this stage, we are going to pour in the egg mixture. Okay, now we're going to pour in the egg mixture. it should look something like a scramble. Alright, so give it a good mix. At this stage, if you like, you can give it a taste. If there's not enough salt, you can always add it in at this stage. Okay, so after this, I'm going to add the Idiyappam, which is the Puttu Mayam. Okay, so what I've done is that I've actually used half of the packet and I've actually broken it up into pieces like that. Alright, so this will make it easier for us to later on be able to smash it. So I'm going to just throw in this entire lot. Okay, and then what we are going to do, we are going to give this a good mix now. Okay, so as you can see, I've actually broken up the pieces. Now I'm going to add a bit of the sweet sauce. Okay, that will do. And then again start to fry it really well. Okay, so here you have it, my friends. My simple Idiyappam Goreng. It's all ready. It tastes very delicious and it's very filling to the stomach as well. So do try this at home and leave me a comment on how it turned out. Thank you and enjoy.